Oh yeah, three zeros, Power Ranger collection, 1/6 scale. Yes, you know what I'm thinking? It's morphin' time.
So what's up, guys? I don't know if you guys heard of ThreeZero. The green Power Ranger. Yes, it's a 1/6 scale. Beautiful artwork on the box. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. So I have pretty much the whole collection. There's more coming out really soon, and I have never ever opened these things. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to. So what I like about it, it's a window box, so you can actually see what you're getting. So the box itself is pretty classy, a little Velcro going on there and stuff like that too. So here's our character, the Green Ranger, Mr. Tommy Oliver himself, my favorite Ranger. Rest in peace, Godspeed, Jason David Frank. So he will always be my hero. But anyways, let's get this thing open and see what's about. So, all right, pretty much had the tape on there. I already cut the tape. So I'm just slide this guy out like so. Nice and smooth. All right. Yeah, that's a cool box. All right, let's put that to the side. All right, so here, information, warranty related stuff or whatever. Of course, no one pays attention to this stuff, but ThreeZero is pretty known for different languages. They ship everywhere, so yep, pretty cool, huh? So I paid about $100 for it. It's one of the first ones that come out. So, and what's cool about it is as you collect them, you slowly gather their weapons. So you got the power axe, got the power lances, let's see, power blasters. I didn't know you can move those around too. That's cool. Yeah, pretty much you can make, wow. Yeah, bring them all together. Let's bring them all together, guys. So this feels thicker, but hey, whatever, moving on. We're here about the So here's our character right there. So let's get this guy off here. Check. Now we're gonna pull the guy out himself. There he is. All right. So cool. So the helmet is actually detailed painted pretty good. He does a 360 on it pretty good. His shield, I don't know, looks like it snaps on there, but we're not going to play with that right now. These slide up and down a little bit so they're loose. So nice little shiny mesh little outfit thing going on here. So his unitard, I guess you want to call it. So moves pretty good up and down with the foot. Be careful with that. Those are known to pop out here. All right. So looks pretty detailed. I'm not liking this right here. It looks fake as anything. So, but what can you do? So his hand can rotate pretty good. It is limited too with the glove and stuff going on over here. Was hit the wristband on here, so be careful with that. So the belt looks pretty good. The belt is actually really detailed in there. Actually looks like the actual power morpher that's going on here. And you got this little guy in the back here, which I've seen actually in cosplays. So you can actually use that if you want to tuck away a weapon if you want. So the shield is like a rubbery plastic going on there. So that's pretty good. So of course you got the little sheath there for the dragon dagger. That's cool. So his arm up, yep, you got the ratcheting thing going on, so careful with that. So that was pretty cool. He has the boring hands right now, so I'm gonna see what other hands he has. So we're gonna stand him up over here. So far, pretty good balance. By the way, here's his dragon dagger. That's pretty. Look how colorful that is. Shiny, very detailed. I'm really proud of these so far. All right. Speaking of weapons, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. See what I'm seeing in there? Yes. You know what that is, right? That is the Sword of Darkness. Let's go ahead and pull that out of there. Put that back in there. I just knocked the hand out. Pick that up real quick. Put that back in. All right. There's the Sword of Darkness. That is pretty. That's actually very breakable, so be careful with that. It's almost like a solid plastic. So you put too much tension on it, it will snap or wear out over time. Do like that. It is almost identical to the TV show. That is beautiful. Yes. You call it the Dragon Zord, and he's ran by Rita Emperor Rita. That is beautiful. All right. So let's see what kind of hands we got in here. So here I got fist that fell out. You got a closed, well, something to hold a sword with. We got another fist that fell out. Got another one you can hold, the weapon with. So more of an open hand there. All right. Cool. Another little open hand there. Part for the dagger. Of course. Yes. Calling the Zord, right? Do. Yes, that's awesome. So I got 1, 2, 3. So there's 4 sets in here all together. So I want to compare it up, so obviously I want him to hold his weapons because that's gonna be freaking cool. But for this, I'm just gonna put the dagger in his sheath right there, so he can call it whenever he wants. Just turn it around, put that in there. Nope, I want the other side sticking out. So we're gonna stick that guy in there. Fits in there nice and tight. Yes, and you can kind of move it around a little bit. Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. So we got that there. So we're going to at least let him have the Sword of Darkness in his hand. Oh, man. Tell me that's, wish the belt would stay better. Feels like it's riding too high. There we go. Oh, man. That's cool. All right. So we're going to actually, let's try to figure this out real quick. So this hand, stick us, yeah. So we got an open palm almost. You can kind of move it around. So we're going to use the other hand for that side. Find it, or maybe this one. No, too loose. There we go. We're going to use that one. We're going to put a sword in that one. Before I do that, we're going to take this hand out, which is a little peg. Get the little plunger looking guys in there. Be careful. Very breakable, I bet. And you can actually take his wrist piece off. So let's put that back on. So yeah, I'm going to keep that perfect as possible. All right. So here with these, you actually got to pull these pegs out here. All right. So I got that out. I actually use my teeth to do that. So let's try to do that, guys. All right. So I am going to, I got to find the hand I just had right here. So you want this 2-piece here going in, straight in into that ball joint. All right, that's good. Now we're going to stick this guy in there. Boom. All right. Is it tough? Is it in there? Yeah, it's in there. All right, cool. So now I'm going to put his sword in, the Sword of Darkness. All right, so I don't want to rip this, so I'm going to go ahead and try to slide it in there under his thumb. Let's see, because he got that little gap in there with his finger. So I'm going to try to slide the string in there first, like so, and then stick it in there. And I want all the way to the handle. There we go. Sword of Darkness. Oh, man, that's pretty. I'm here for my queen. I should put a fist on his other hand. But I like his karate thing going on there. Yes, that's cool. I serve Empress Rita, the destruction of the Power Rangers. I like that. Of course, you can rotate it. That's good. We're going to keep his one hand. Maybe I should do the fist. Let's do the fist. All right, so we're going to put, yeah, same thing on this one. Pull this guy out. Like that. Of course, these are my teeth here. Pull that one out. So now we're going to take the right fist, put it together here. Put it in there. All right. All right, so it's snug in there. And you got the little ball joint peg thing going on there. So you can do his motion and stuff. But like I said, be careful with these. They feel very breakable. Put that guy in there like that. Yes. There we go. His dagger's just hanging out there. Let's try a good one. Unique pose. Oh yeah, I like that. Feels off balance a little bit. It works for me. That's a cool pose. Oh yeah. So yes, 3-0. I'm happy with the posing. I don't like the arm area. It looks kind of fake over there in a way. So he does have a nice little rear end going on over here. He has nice definition. The shield looks really amazing. The helmet's shiny. So I really like the cloth because the cloth looks shiny too. The weapons look amazing. This is just freaking cool. So yes, this is my number one, always will be favorite Ranger, always. So I used to cosplay him as like a lot, and I freaking loved it. So but this dude is amazing. So I hope you guys have stuff like this because these, I don't know if they're going to keep making them. I saw like on Big Bad Toy Store, you can pre-order these things. I don't know if they're going to come back or they're going to, redo them or whatever. But obviously, the guy passed away. But they can always have a multiverse of a different actor playing the different Ranger, which is sad for me. But at the same time, I grew up with JDF, and Tommy's always been my favorite because I like the Dragon too. That's probably one of my favorite Zords ever. And the fact is, the point of it is still it could be out there still. So yes, 3-0. Thanks for helping me put it together like this. And hold on. There we go. I want to see more of the sword. See what I mean? Just popped his hand out. Not good. All right, hold on. As I was yapping, let's put that back in. Fits right in there, like so. All right. So I'm gonna rotate his sword a little bit. So yeah, be careful when you move them around a little bit. So, all right. There we go. I wanted to see the blade a little bit more. So of course you can change his angle and stuff. But thanks for hanging out with me as I figure out with the feet and stuff, or the hands and stuff like that too, and kind of a nice little pose. But that's my pose going on the shelf. Hope you guys like it and enjoy some of these pictures and stuff. And I'll catch you next time. And I got plenty more of these coming. Until next time.